Well, hello from Mitchell Livestock. Had another good week here.
Did sold a lot of cattle again this week.
Yep. Started off Wednesday with a bang.
Yep.
How'd we get along?
Yesterday had a good sale, good run, kind of some nicer weather, a little bit of wind, but so all in all, sold 824 head. You know, kind of call it a little bit stronger market. Once again, hate saying it every week, but you know, and guys are still wanting them feeding cows.
Yeah, there was like I counted them up, like 11 feeding cow buyers sitting here.
There was, you know, it was kind of cool to see. These guys are wanting them and they're paying for them. So
Yep.
We'll just kind of go through what we did. The heiferettes we had from 185 on up to 234. Few younger than that, kind of
Up to $3.
Up to $3, you
and
know, depending on age
and what they weigh.
Yeah, the feeding cows from 160 on up to 188. Just the cows going to plant from 120 up to 149. Thin, slow, blemish, that's 60 up to 115. And then fat cows from 165 on up to 177.50. The fat heiferettes from 195 to 210. The bulls, 162, and we got up to 205 and a half on them real good.
Yeah, drug-free.
Drug-free.
Couple
Yep.
2,500-pound bulls, drug-free.
Yep. Kind of a fancy deal.
Yep.
One's coming off pasture, kind of a little bit more rundown, more of that
Yep.
170, 175 range. But them good bulls kind of dollared up pretty good
Dollared
again.
up real nice.
Fat cattle, kind of a light test yesterday, but from 220, had one says steers bring 230. So that's kind of what we had going on yesterday.
Kind of a light test. Had a real good sale today. Sold real close to about 5,500, I'd say.
Yep.
Just a really good market. Had a lot of good cattle. Not many yearlings to speak of, but mostly calves. Kind of go through the deal. You know, some of these 6-weight steers I wrote a few of these down. A set of 601 steers, they bring 451. Some 639s, they bring 438. Just a good go all across the board. Here's some 717-pound steers. They bring 409, so just a good go. We had several of these 8-weight steers. I'll just tell you, we sold 8-weight steers. We sold 802s to 840. We sold 427 of them cattle, and they kind of bring from 350 to 365. So just a good go on an 8-weight steer all day long. We get into the 850s, the 900-pound steers. We sold 331 of them, and they cost from 340 to 360 and a half. So that's a pretty good ticket.
On the bigger calves.
Yeah, them calves dollar up pretty nice. Then we sold nearly 200 of these 950 to 980-pound steers, and they bring kind of from 330 to 340 a pound. So real good ticket as far as the steers go. Heifer side of things. Wow, how about a 6-weight heifer, huh?
Yeah, there was quite a few guys in the stands wanting them today.
Cost close to $4, either side of 4, depending on the flesh condition, quality, stuff like that. But we sold them all the way up to, I think, about 428 or 9.
Yep.
We sold 336 heifers, weighed from 650 to 700 pounds, and they cost from 360 to 395. So that goes to tell you. We sold a pile of them 8-weight heifers. 800 to 850-pound heifers cost from, and the flesh condition really does make a difference, guys. So just keep that in mind. You know, we sold, they bring from 324 all the way up to 338.50. So just a real good go all across the board. Some of them light cattle, guys, they dollar up sure good enough. I wrote down one consignment. Here's 102 steers, 650. They bring 438. The 481 steers right off and bring 557 and a half. And then we had some little peewee steers, weighed 355. They brought $2,431 a head. So just a good go. You know, if you've got cattle to market, it's time to be thinking about it. But just keep in mind that the shot program and the flesh condition will really make a difference. And then try to keep them as clean as you can. You know, I know it's a job. This weather changes each and every day, and everybody's got a different program. But you know, if you can keep them as clean as possible and kind of keep them open-haired, it sure helps.
Right. Cool part about today, we kind of had a red Angus special. I suppose we sold somewhere around 1,000 head around that noon time frame. Man, kind of dollared up pretty good. There's some very nice red Angus cattle today.
Come from a lot of programs, and we really appreciate all the consigners. We appreciate the help out back. They sure had a heck of a job keeping them cattle the ring and stuff. So we really appreciate that. Coming up next week.
Next week, Greater Midwest. We'll start out. Before that, though, we'll do on Wednesday. We'll do another weigh up cows and bulls.
Start at 9 o'clock in the morning. Be about 10 o'clock. We'll be on the fats and stuff. So heiferettes and stuff like that. Be a real good time to have them in. Then on Thursday, of course, start off at 8:30 in the morning.
Be a big run, either side.
5,000 plus, I would say.
A lot of good cattle, some load lots, some smaller deal, a lot of calves again. Gonna have 32 different auctioneers here.
Yep.
Some very top quality talent. You know, these guys are coming from all over the country, coming right here to Mitchell Livestock. They want to sell your cattle, and man, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good market.
I've been getting texts all week about how some of them guys are so excited to come and represent the cattle that come here to Mitchell. They watch online or whatever.
Right.
And boy, they're sure excited because of the quality of the cattle that we get, and that's sure hats off to the consigners. So it'll be a big show next week, and if you can come, we surely invite you to do that.
Right. We get done with that. Gonna be on Saturday the 24th. Gonna have a big special bred cow and heifer sale. Ash Grove Farm is gonna have them 400 head of bred heifers, kind of all tagged out. We got the poster on the website. We got the video up on the website. Sure, a reputable deal. Be sure to check that out. You know, if you have any other questions, there's a few deals of other another set of reds on there and a good set of cows. So be sure to check the listings on that. It'll be a good sale, and that's going to be on Saturday, the 24th.
Yep. Should be all for this week. It's been a long week of marketing livestock here, so we'll see you down the road.
Another feeding cows there. 45, 46 here. Another 7. Another 8. Another 9. Another 15. Another 1.